around, you know. Say word. Only fans, real estate, talking in fashion, let them know what's happening. Say word. On and off the court, in the field with the sports, let them know what's up. Say word. The conversation is active, from movies to action, it's the main attraction.
Hey yo, y'all know what it is. Another episode of the world's fastest, largest growing podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta catch my breath for a minute, man. Yo, for real, this is just like super epic, man. Like I told you last time, I still watch The Wire to this day.
Wow.
And I gotta go there because like I gotta give you your flowers because like that's why I'm trying to catch my words because you don't understand like how you inspired all of us, yo. I don't know if you hear this a lot. I don't know if dudes give you your props. I don't know if dudes give you your flowers. But when you watch The Wire, still to this day.
I had to take my glasses off for that one.
Nah, it's like, yo, son, we still watch The Wire to this day, man. You're part of like TV history. Straight up, man. And I have to tell you this because like I interview a lot of people, but like The Wire is like, a lot of niggas was selling drugs because of The Wire.
Yeah. Thank you. Look, I said thank you.
Look, let's keep it real. But at the same time, that was the blueprint to like Hollywood. We got one of the dopest to ever do it. My guy Trey Chaney in the check-in. My guy, how you feeling?
Hey Joe, I'm good, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, man. You understand this means a lot to me.
Say Word podcast. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
No, thank you for this platform because I've already been watching what you've been doing, and even though we already been locked in,
facts,
and we did something like this online, but to be in person and to feel the energy, you know, your spirit, man, and everything, I can't do nothing but be thankful and grateful for that. I appreciate it, bro.
Man, much respect to you, though, man. Like, I'm gonna just get The Wire out the way, cause it's legendary, but at the same time, you got so much stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
From the actress before, but did you ever think The Wire will have the impact on the world the way it had? Just, I want to be real though. Like, did you know it's gonna be like the way it is?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of people don't even know that The Wire was my first job as an actor. That was my first audition I ever went on. You know, so coming from Forestville, Maryland, Washington, D.C., which is where I'm from, and starting off in the hip-hop, music, and dance background, to be discovered in my hometown, D.C., and for a lady by the name of Linda Townsend to say, respected Linda Townsend, man, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been on The Wire. She discovered me in, you know, Washington, D.C. I was performing at Lincoln Theater, right beside being Shitty Bowl, and you probably have D.C. on here right now, they already know that. But, you know, me winning first place at this show, Linda Townsend comes up and she's like, I don't specialize in marketing or pushing rappers or dancers, but would you be open to being an actor?
How old was you at this time?
Man, I was 20 years old.
Okay.
I was 20 years old.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I took drama in high school. I graduated from Forestville High School in '99. Yeah, of course. I can do that because I'm already a songwriter. So I can remember dialogue, I can remember monologues or whatever. So literally, once she told me what I needed, which was my headshots and my resumes, even if it was just my experience as just being a dancer or a rapper, she said, whatever you want on a resume to just show that you've been in the industry. And the first job she submitted me for was this HBO series called The Wire.
Epic.
And a lot of people don't know, I read for the character Weebay.
Ooh.
I read for Weebay. That's my brother.
You know what's crazy?
That's my dog.
To me, all y'all characters were perfect though. I couldn't imagine playing Weebay.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Crazy. So I read for Weebay. Shout out to Pat Moran and Associates, one of the biggest casting directors in Baltimore. So I read for Weebay. 2 weeks later, I get a call back. For any actors on here or artists that's watching right now, when you get a call back, that means you may not necessarily have the role, but they are considering you.
Okay.
I get the call back, and then you got David Simon, the creator.
Wow.
You got Nina Noble. You got Robert Colesbury. Rest in peace to Robert Colesbury, who came up with the name Poot. So I go back, I read for them, and the funny thing was, Joe, I stumbled over some words. And then I stopped in the middle of the audition. A lot of people don't know this. I said, do y'all mind if I do it over again? Because this is my first time. And you know, usually I don't want to put that information out there to an actor to say this is what you're supposed to do in the audition because it's really not. But I'm just like, look, I'm just being real. And I think they respected just my honesty and wanting to do my best on the audition. So after I left, I get a call back 3 weeks later, October of 2001.
Okay.
Hey Trey, hey Trey, you didn't get cast for the character Weebay, but you landed the role of Poot, Malik Poot Carr. So once I get that,
This is legendary.
then they say you only supposed to be in the first 2 episodes of the first season. If you notice, Poot's character, I didn't say a word in the first episode.
It was quiet.
I didn't say a word. I was just around J.E. Williams, who played Bodie, Michael B. Jordan, who played Wallace, Lawrence Gilliard, who played D'Angelo. What? The list goes on. Idris Elba, Stringer,
You've been around some of the...
Wood Harris, Avon Marks, and like, so Food ain't saying that in that first episode, but just being affiliated with the main characters of the crew, the Barksdale crew. But after that second episode, I came back. The next thing you know, 3rd episode and 4th episode, and all 12 episodes in the first season. So I'm like, oh, I bet. So Poot is established. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny, man, because your initial question was, did I know that it was going to be what it is 22 years later? We talking about The Wire 22 years later, and
People still watch The Wire.
one thing that I can honestly speak for on behalf of the cast, I don't think none of us knew the impact that it was going to have today, but we did all know that we were a part of something special. You know what I'm saying? We knew we was a part of something because it was just too real. It was too authentic. We were shooting in the trenches of Baltimore. I was like, this wasn't no. I'm literally like, if this was The Wire set right here down the block, security got to go talk to the dope boys outside. Like, hey, look, we gonna shoot today, y'all. Cool, you know.
I met the man say something like that.
Yeah, this was real. I mean, I'm talking about, and don't let it get dark at 5, 6 o'clock. And then you're gonna have to really, well, you gotta talk to the dope boys like, hey, look, y'all.
Cause y'all messing up their money.
We gotta kick that. Yeah, that's what production had to do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if production ever said that, but I know some of the dudes out there that they had to pay for them to, but you know what? Even being from Washington, D.C., Baltimore showed us so much love, man. I could never, like, I still got friends to this day from 22 years ago just in Baltimore that was outside watching The Wire be created and made. So I just got to shout out B-More, man, because if it wasn't for B-More, no Wire. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I remember back in the day, like, I'm from New York, but I remember, like, a lot of New York dudes, like, in real life was going to Baltimore to make moves.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I remember, like, I mean, when I go to Baltimore, I already knew what was going on. I ain't asked no questions. Man, you don't work with some of the iconic greats, Michael B. Jordan, yourself, Method Man, Idris Elba, Wood Harris.
Yeah, man.
Man, rest in peace to
Michael K. Williams.
Oh my God.
And Lance Reddick, man.
Come on, man. Yes.
Yeah,
Lance Reddick. Like, yeah, these are like iconic athletes. They take their craft very, very serious.
They are. You don't be a lot.
But you can tell they take their craft very, very serious.
Yeah.
Just being around all those greats, man, how did that impact your career?
Just understanding how serious the job is. You know what I'm saying? And I have to say, doing what I love every single day, it never felt like a job because I was so on point with it. Once you get focused and once you get determined to have those lines memorized, to show up on time, I always say, man, it's better to show up an hour early than to be 1 minute late.
That's a fact.
You know, and that's what people like Wood Harris, Idris Elba, Michael B. Jordan, that's what these type of guys,
And they still in the game.
Being around a family-oriented, real group of people like that. You know, why I always say that The Wire was one of the most family-oriented shows ever. Like, we all sat, we was like, hey, how's your parents? How's your kids? Everybody knew each other's like life. You know what I'm saying? Outside of just being on screen. But one thing that we all shared was just being effective. When we got on that set, it was time to work. It was time to get it done. Then go socialize and have a good time, whatever. But man, I just, those were some of the best years of my life. And being as though that it was my first job as an actor,
That's crazy.
It changed out the gate. Like to come out the gate on The Wire, I always tell people I didn't experience. And it's nothing wrong with being an extra on set. There's nothing wrong with that because every job you got to take every job serious. In fact, I was just fortunate for The Wire to be my first gig, and this was on the age when I was turning 21. So by the time I hit 21, The Wire was big. I had just turned 21, so my first time even going to clubs to get paid to do appearances, I had no clue what was in store. I'm like, wait a minute, somebody calling me to give me some bands just to sit there and drink some champagne,
Just to pull up.
like, and then that's when it all just started, man. And right now, I'm thankful and grateful that I'm able to reach back down to the generation, after me. That's like, man, this how I did it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that whatever works for me gonna work for somebody else, but at the same time, let me just be the positive influence on another filmmaker or actor or writer director that's coming into the game. Because I have experience under my belt. I have some experience.
I ain't gonna lie. I like one of my favorite movies is Streets.
Oh my God!
Shout out to my boy Chico. See, Chico Benjamin's from where I'm from.
Chico, that's my dog.
We from the same neighborhood.
Charlie Mack,
Charlie Mack, Philly. Yeah,
Jamal Hill, man.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to Meek Mill.
Shout out to me. That was a dope movie too, though.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I played
that like a real killer. Yo, listen,
it was crazy. You know what? One thing, Philadelphia. I gotta give love to Philly.
That's cool.
Before I did Streets, The Wire was popping all around the world, and just pulling up in Philly to kick it with Gilly the Kid.
Whoa, shout out to Gilly.
To kick it with Freeway and Beans, and I got so much money in Philly. I'm not gonna lie, like that. I used to come off Philly, man. When I'm talking about appearances, I ran through Philly. I ran through
one of them
Philly.
cities, though. It's one of them cities.
And then, I meet my brother Jamal Williams from Yard Out Entertainment. Me and Jamal are still in business to this day. You know what I'm saying? Consultant. He got one of the biggest concert promotion companies, advertising. He banned his actors. Me and him are in partnership together with Yard Out Entertainment and Chaney Vision. And Jamal was kind of like the glue. Jamal Williams was the glue to me meeting people like Jamal Hill, to meeting Charlie Mack. Like, a lot of people, I want to give that man credit because I was in Philly a lot because of him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So just for me to be embraced by Philadelphia to this day.
That's a rough city.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, you never been to Philly?
Yeah.
That's right. My man went to Temple, so I used to go to Philly Greek Fest, all that.
For sure.
Yeah, so I was outside of it. Philly, one of them cities, man. Be careful.
Man, much love to Philly, man.
So if they embrace you, you see how they hard on the athletes out there.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, right?
If you ain't like performing, they on your ass, man.
They on you. Yeah, that's true.
I want to talk about Saints and Sinners, man.
Oh man,
I want to get
yo, you running down the whole
I ain't trying to do that.
Nah, let's do it.
It's not even that. It's just I know what it is. Yo, my God, you played a lot of influential roles, man. So I remember my girl put me on Saints and Sinners.
Yeah.
And like when you play out a tree and everything, man. And like
man, Saints and Sinners, man. After The Wire ended in 2008. A lot of people don't know I didn't work mainstream. I did independent, which I don't consider anything just independent or mainstream, but I didn't get a mainstream job until Saints and Sinners in 2015.
So what was the gap?
2008, when The Wire ended.
2008.
I did not get a mainstream role on television until 2015, which was Saints and Sinners. But during that time, the way the Saints and Sinners reached out to me was my independent grind in the streets of Washington, D.C. was something that nobody had ever seen.
So, but you still was worried?
When I say working, I'm talking about selling my independent movies that I would link up with filmmakers in D.C. and shoot and sell them out in the trunk of my car. Music, my musical background, in the studio record, sell my CDs out the trunk of my car. My merchandise, out the trunk of my car. 2008 to 2015, 7 years straight. Trey Chaney was in the streets of D.C., 13th and F Street, near the Warner Building. I was outside. We was walking up and down near the White House, all that. But little do people know I was establishing a real cult fan base. Because they like, you the dude from The Wire, what are you doing out here? But at the same time, which is the tactic that I still use to this day, what's your email address?
And
let me get that email address. Well, let me get your number. I don't never have a problem with giving nobody my phone number. It's like, I give you my number, long as we don't waste each other's time, let's do some real business. So during that time, I'm putting my best foot forward, just getting to it. And next thing you know, George Pierre, casting director out here in Atlanta, called me. George said, hey man, I got something for you. So it was a direct offer. I did not have to audition for Saints and Sinners. He said, you're going to play this character named King.
So he already knew you was the man for the job.
And the first thing he said, Joe, was, you don't know how it feels to cast Poot.
Wow.
He like, I'm casting Poot. And then...
That's a legendary, that's a legendary role, man.
And I ended up doing...
I don't think you understand that. I ain't trying to...
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? I think you understand that.
And I ended up doing 6 seasons of Saints and Sinners and a movie. I'm playing Kendrick. This dude is broken. He gets out of jail. He's trying to rekindle his relationship with his mom and dad, which is played by the legendary Clifton Powell and Vanessa Bell Calloway. 2 legends. So I got those 2 playing my parents. Vanessa Bell Calloway, her resume alone.
You even got to talk about it.
Clifton Powell's resume alone. And then Clifton being from Washington, D.C. It just, one thing I don't never do, man, is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? When we put things together like that, I already knew that it was out of there. So just the positive pressure that I had, I call it, because with them 2 legends playing my parents,
super legends,
you was not showing up late to set.
They on your rock.
And they told me, when you get on set, don't just know your lines, know everybody else's lines. Just in case they slip, you pick back up on that. So I mean, I've been very fortunate, man, and grateful to be in a position that I'm in to still be able to talk this type of talk over 20-something years later, being in business.
Like, when you mentioned that you had that gap, man,
yeah,
and you had to kind of figure it out in a sense.
Yeah.
Is that a Hollywood thing? Does that happen in Hollywood a lot?
Oh yeah, for sure. It happened in Hollywood a lot because people don't understand, you know, when you get booked for a role in Hollywood, that role, all good things have to come to an end eventually. And when that thing came to an end, your next job, you got to find, it's almost like working at a temp job. And you work there for a temporary amount of time, then you get fired.
That makes sense.
That's just what it is. The Wire was, oh yeah, I'm on this high pedestal, I'm getting it. I thought Hollywood was going to call my phone right after that. That didn't happen. So I had to go back to what I know, what Washington, D.C. taught me. Get out there and hustle for yours until they come. Make it happen. You independent. You got to keep that independent mindset. That's why I always tell people I'm 1 foot in Hollywood and I'm 1 foot in the streets on the independent level when it comes to this entertainment business and television, film, and music. So but one thing about me, Joe, I never got discouraged.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people do get discouraged.
I didn't get discouraged. You know what I mean? I didn't get discouraged. My thing was, when is something else gonna come? All I gotta do is keep on putting in the work. And I always say you gotta do it while you broke. You gotta do it while you're going through trial and tribulations, while you're struggling, while you're hungry, you gotta do it when you don't know how you're gonna pay the rent or the mortgage. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That was just my mentality. This for me was a till death do us part type of mentality. This is what it is for me now in this business. I'm not, as long as I'm living and breathing and waking up every day, you're going to see the type of drive, determination, commitment as if I've never worked a job in my life.
Did it take something like that to happen for you to be like this?
For sure.
It makes you appreciate the role?
It makes you appreciate the role, man. And that mentality was developed very quick.
Yeah.
Because when them checks stop coming, you gotta do something. You gotta act quick.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? And being as though you wanna stay on a positive path. So you don't wanna do nothing that's gonna jeopardize your whole life or your whole career. So it's like, all right, well, I got a gift. I'm gonna use the Wire as a stepping stone. I'm gonna get out here and grind.
That's what it is. Now, I call you engraving the Tubi Kings.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jawal.
So Hollywood has changed so much. Tubi's to me, Tubi's like New Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
true. Listen, my father's a bishop, Church of God in Christ, right?
Yeah.
So my father's a bishop in New York. So my mom's the first lady been married 48 years.
Wow. My parents going on 43.
So I just came from New York last week. I had to interview Tahiri. So my parents had a 40th year church anniversary.
Whoa.
All my parents watches Tubi.
What?
No, my pops, the bishop.
Yeah.
The bishop, church dude, like, all he do is watch Tubi. He know all y'all Tubi. That's all they watch.
What?
I'm coming out, you hear guns fighting. I'm like, dude, don't you got to preach in the morning?
Yeah, that's true.
That's all they watch is Tubi.
Wow.
To me, for my parents be watching Tubi, it's like, it shows where Hollywood is headed. Because I'm pretty sure Hollywood's not the same no more, am I correct?
Yeah, no, it's not the same no more. And part of it is, for me, you know, being in one foot in.
Okay.
Hollywood, they come with these projects. They already know what they want for one thing.
Okay. So that's true.
Yeah, so it ain't no real negotiations.
So Cat Williams was right when he said some of that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But they already know what they want. They're gonna offer you whatever they can offer. And if you take the offer because you hungry or you desperate or you need it,
You're just gonna do it.
you're gonna take it. And then you're gonna get pennies on the back end. But the formula that people need to follow in Hollywood is to build your own Hollywood. What's wrong with finding the next writer, director, producer that can write, they can edit, they can write, and then me as an actor partnering with somebody like that and building the whole foundation. That's literally what's happening in my career right now with me and my brother Foolwitthecamera.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what's going on with you with everything on the movies, man. And speaking of your brother Foolwitthecamera, we're gonna bring him in a minute, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you straight up, who was some of the guys that inspired you though when you got into the acting game? I want to hear who inspired Chaney, man.
Man, just looking at people like Sidney Poitier, like some of the movies like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I took it there because, I mean, just watching a black man in a lead role on screen. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, man, we fast forward to Denzel Washington, you know, Will Smith, and the people I'm naming is the people that I want to work with.
That's all.
I want to work with Denzel. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to show up to set and work with somebody like a Will Smith. But Samuel L. Jackson, when you look at Samuel L. Jackson's career on where he started to all of the movies, because people always say, yeah, you're going to be the next Samuel L. Jackson, all the movies that you do. It's almost like Samuel L. Jackson does not look at a role as being too big or small.
Small, yeah. He don't play some interesting roles too, though.
I got to give a big shout out to people like Lorenz Tate. You know what I'm saying? Just for Lorenz Tate to be able to go from Old Dog and Menace to Frankie Lyman and Why Do Fools Fall in Love.
Yeah,
that's the type of stuff. That's how you know. That's what I'm into.
That's acting.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Old Dog got me scared.
yeah, man, for sure. And then Frankie Lyman makes you believe that you can really sing some facts like that. You know, so, and then their presidents. I mean, we can go on the list with them. But just, like I said, man, watching people like Gang, Will, Samuel Jackson, Lawrence Fishburne, you know what I'm saying? Like, just watching some of the greats.
I miss those type of actors.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And then when you think about people like Damson Interest from Snowfall.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I just study the craft. And, you know, sometimes I just, that's a part of my study, other than just studying the script, reading dialogue pages. I look at their movies or their shows and be like, yeah, that's it. Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad. Like, these guys, you know, like, for somebody to start to give you an emotional roller coaster while you watching that project, that's different. Yeah, that is different level.
You feel like you're there. Like while they going through it on TV, you going through that. I'm like, Dad, hope it don't go down like that.
Let me cut this over with. I just like to cut my jaw off real quick. Go ahead.
I'm good. Nah, man, that's like, I know how you feel, man. I know how you feel. Those like real actors, though.
Yeah, real.
Do you feel like things have changed over the years?
Man, I just feel like now that, especially for black artists, okay, I say black actors and actresses, we have more of a wide open lane where we can create our own.
Man, no excuses, really.
That's what it is now. It's no excuse.
That's a good thing, though.
You can create your own now, and you can go get it, and then you can have Hollywood call it your fault.
That's a good thing.
And like I say, that's what we experience.
And you're taking advantage of that right now.
Man, right now, man, we not playing.
We got your man here, your business partner.
That's my brother for life.
You know what I'm saying?
That's Fool.
We got one of the illest things ever. Fool with the camera. We're gonna bring him on. We're gonna get into it. You know what I'm trying to say? We're gonna talk about Antoine. Let's talk about how the Antoine come about.
Yeah.
And all that.
Well, for me, man, Antoine, you know what I'm saying? This brother, first of all, Fool with the Camera, he's known for directing, shooting, editing some of the biggest videos for some of the biggest artists in the game.
Hip hop or just
Man, you talking about Future, you talking about Young Thug, you talking about Gun, you talking about and he
Fool with the Camera, what up?
yeah,
What up? He seen the building.
He could tell you that, but for him to start and finish his first film, he wrote it, he directed it, he produced it, he brought me on board, he had a character in mind for me to already play off the role, and then he said, bro, I want to take it further. We're putting Chaney Vision Entertainment on as an executive producer. So we go partner. And just take over the game.
Respect to y'all.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to be able to do this, man, I'm just proud of him, man. Like, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And we both from DC that moved, took a chance and a risk, a big risk moving to Atlanta. Nobody really doing that. You know what I'm saying? So the success of Antoine right now, it's #1 on Tubi and it's been most popular since it
Number
came out.
one. Number one.
Like this week. Like it's crazy.
Yo. I don't like we here, man. Like this is dope to be, man. Having you here.
Yeah.
I got to give you flowers once again, man.
Thank you, brother.
I'm gonna bring your business partner on Fool with the Camera. We're gonna get into it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
My man Joe.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, my G.
Love, man.
Fool with the Camera, let's go, my man. What's up, man?
Yo, so I can be good.
Yo, y'all already know what it is.
Yeah, man.
I got one of the dopest to do it. Editing, directing, producing.
Yeah.
DC in the building. My guy Fool with the Camera, one of the dopest names
Yeah, I had a dog.
out here. My guy, how you feeling, my G?
Good, bro.
Man, everything is wonderful. Let's just go to some of the people you work with. You know what I'm saying? In this industry.
Well, shit, you know, I ain't new to the game, man. My resume long.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
I'm Fool with the Camera. You already know. Shit, man. I'm from DC. Shoot, my list. I had Thug, Gunna, Future,
Ooh.
Scooter.
Hold up, son. No child disrespect. You gotta cut you off.
No, so.
You naming. You see what he naming? He just talking about. Yo, Trey, just like this, like Gunna, Future. Come on, son.
Now, I started. I was a music video director first.
Yeah.
So that's how the transition happened. Like, I wasn't new to this. This just was my first movie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when I moved to the A, man, I started with a Pee Wee Longway. Man, back during like the lobby days, like everybody you know. Back when Thug and Pee Wee was actually rapping before Thug. And then it's a long story, but yeah. I started with Pee Wee, came out here, man, and after that, I got my Atlanta special route. That's
Wow.
Atlanta say they from there just.
You been working.
Oh yeah, no, sure. Yeah.
So imagine this though, like while we here, the transition from videos to a movie. I gotta know how does that go because that seems like it's totally. I mean, being behind the camera is different, but for that to seem like it's totally different.
Yeah.
Like, how's the transition?
Well, music video world and narrative filmmaking, they two different things. I mean, they share the basic foundation, like the concept of film, of course. But you know, the music video shit, man, we ain't recording no audio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The audio is the record. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
With narrative filmmaking though, like once action go on, audio speed, we everything is recorded. So you got more to be responsible for a camera rolling basically than you should make it.
Yo, I wanna ask both of y'all brothers this question.
Yeah.
What happens when you be watching the movie and the lips be moving and the joint don't be catching up with it? So
Somebody ain't doing it.
like how does that work? Like you got to match the audio with
Yeah,
the...
you gotta sync. Yeah, all that shit gotta get synced.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, every particular scene gotta be synced individually with the audio. If the nigga mouth ain't move with the sound,
That happens a lot.
That's bad work.
That happens a lot though.
Yeah, fuck.
And like you be like, damn, something a little messed up.
Sometimes that be happening too on the upload side. That's possible, but it just depends. But you got check. But that's a bad error.
Yeah.
That's a bad error.
I want to ask you this: you being from DC, what's something about DC that most people don't know?
Yeah, you want some good shit or I mean, DC, we the hot, we the culture. We have influenced the industry and pop culture for years, and a lot of people don't understand a lot of things that the world do and pick up. It's DC shit, like, you know what I'm saying? From things in fashion, a lot of things in fashion, lingo.
So world of DC, man.
Yeah, like we front is influence. Like I remember being at Lennox Mall and I ran into Dapper Dan.
Okay.
The New York native, everybody knows Dapper Dan is, and legend. And you know, I was starstruck a little bit. So this Dapper Dan. Yeah, so I'm like, damn, Dapper Dan got a woman, what's up, bro? He was like, off rip, he knew my accent. He was like, where you from, DC? I said, yeah. I swear a lot to you, that was on my son life. He said, man, most of my early influence of even making fashion came from DC.
Because DC was getting money back.
Yeah,
Dapper Dan. They was getting money back in the day, though.
Yeah,
see, don't forget money.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
let's just be clear.
For sure.
No, facts.
Like, we in Atlanta, but let's just be clear. You see, them cities that's known, like some of the major players have came out of DC, man.
Nah, that's a big fact.
Like we gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact.
We gonna forget about that.
Yeah, it's not that to forget. I always tell people, man, the Pay in Full movie. You know when Cameron kept telling Mitch, Mikhail Pfeiffer, look, man, DC, man. DC,
yeah, I know.
If Dame and them would have took that movie to DC, it would have showed the world our culture, like, in prime. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all should do something like that.
Hey, man, we gotta get the license, man. Hey, Dame, fuck with us. We try to get the license. What's up?
Y'all should definitely do something like that. Y'all should definitely do like a movie from DC, like
outside.
Oh no,
like the Racial Evidence, all that.
Yeah, got some stuff in the works.
Son, I'm telling you, like that'd be like, because DC got that. I got a cousin with DC. He tough too, man. He ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah.
He be ready to fight.
We always see that.
That was how we raised.
Now he be tripping, he be ready to fight. Yo, man, cause he's ready to fight all the time, and he still be ready to fight. He always say DC baby like this. He tell me like, yo, DC, he be like, y'all some bandits. He be like,
no, my
God, you got a band, do that, like, you know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the Antoine movies. That's what that you be.
Yeah.
How does that come into this collaboration? And that's just what it is.
For sure. I wrote Antoine, man, probably like almost a year ago.
Ooh, okay.
After my mother died, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what the story about the main character loses his mother. So it basically just wrote it from a place of just what I was going through in the moment, and then once I developed the story, shit, man, me and Trey got introduced by my homie Spitty over at 30 Glove Bastard.
Yeah.
And I was shooting a video up there, and he was like, man, I think y'all should connect with, you know, we both from the same area, so we always had mutual friends and shit.
Okay.
Like that. But yeah, I just had a role.
Y'all just instantly, y'all like Jordan Pimpin.
Yeah, this shit, was cool. Yeah.
Y'all just instantly just like, cause and I say that because it's hard to develop chemistry with people in this business.
It is, man. And that's one thing that I just, you know, we respect each other first, you know what I'm saying? It's men. So it's like, I love what he was already doing. Mm-hmm. You know, he loved what I was doing in the television film world. And then with him, respect. You know, it's like the artist that he done work. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So he was already serious about the craft. So when I was approached with him saying, I got a role for you in my film, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, he doing film? Yeah. That it automatically triggered something in me, like, wait a minute, get ready to, I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's resonant.
You know, when you make that transition from just going from music video director to now I'm a filmmaker. Yeah, you know, he got that title now. Like it's like it ain't Rick. I mean, yeah, you know, you still talking about the videos, but you talking about now
elevation.
Antoine is number one for a reason. Number one. You know what I'm saying? And like I told him, man, Foolwitthecamera, that's like my little brother that I never had, and I don't like to put little on nothing because everything we doing is big.
Yeah, big time. You know what I'm saying? He know what you mean.
Yeah. But with us, man, this a partnership, man. That came together. It was the right timing for it. Shout out to Spitty, our brother from Dirty Glove Bastard off the porch, and we now the connection. And in the consistency, we can rate each out too hard. Oh, yeah. We started hitting last in 2 weeks.
So y'all got more coming.
Y'all
feeling like that. Y'all feeling like that right now.
That's I'm going to the second film already.
Yeah, the second film. You serious? It was 16.
They're not playing.
Oh, yeah, I played Malcolm. I'm the lead.
Yeah.
And we got surprises. We ain't gonna say who part.
I ain't gonna say who.
Because it's already the consistency what we're doing right now, anything that Trey Chaney and Foolwitthecamera is a part of, it's going to be the biggest thing that anybody has ever seen.
I mean, I respect.
It's stamped already.
So now you're a legend. People know what time it is. People don't know what time it is. Listen, we got Foolwitthecamera. We in Atlanta.
Yes.
We got Trey Chaney on the check-in. Y'all keep running Antoine numbers ready on 1 or 2.
Man, keep watching Antoine right now, because while y'all watching Antoine, we cooking hit lives right now. And man, the stuff that he's already told me that just get ready to be incorporated with is new one.
Yeah, they fucking him up.
Everything.
I need to get in the movie. I'm gonna make the movie. I ain't never get there in my life though.
You had it? Hold up, we might need to. We gonna on that.
I mean, I feel like stop. Look, we'll make it like stop it.
I never had to get there in my life. Man, Chico be saying acting is hard work though.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, you gotta remember all that dialogue and remember, and really lock in. But like, for people like me and Chico, and shout out to Chico, that's my dog.
That's my
me and Chico.
I was with him all day in the set.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, we got there at 5 o'clock. You understand? We left at 12 o'clock that night."
Yeah,
I was like, "Nigga,
sometimes.
why you still here? I'm thinking you're just gonna shoot, be out,
Man,
meet some people." He's like, "Nah, I don't go like that."
That's where work ethic come from.
Yeah, because I remember like this is wild.
22 years ago, man, on the wire, we used to go at 6 in the morning and leave at 12 midnight. Like, for real, it used to be them type of hours. But this film business, man, like I said, I'm just, for Antoine to be number one and continuing to stay most popular. But the message behind it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely got a message.
We really pushing that, like, for people that's been traumatized.
And the younger generation need that.
Yeah, man, for people that's been traumatized.
Even the older people that, like I that's been dealing with them, like, right.
Let your father watch the jump.
Huh?
Let your father watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you can.
I'm gonna tell them about it. Yeah.
They say the Tubi games.
Definitely. The message is definitely there. I respect that you guys even thinking like that to make a movie to try to send a message instead of everything just being like what it is.
Yeah, because
Like a lot of people going through that.
no, for real. I'm keeping real. One thing, like you always speak about the whole being traumatized and whoever going through trauma that's on the healing journey. You know what I'm saying? With them seeking therapy, and ain't nothing wrong with getting therapy. Everybody what race you are. I'm saying therapy goes too. People going through some stuff, man, and they need to talk to people, and that's what that's another thing that drew me to Antoine. And I think that's why a lot of people now. Well, I know a lot of people now they watching that joint because they probably see themselves.
Nah, it's relatable. It's definitely relatable, man. But I know what it is, man. The Say Word Podcast. That keep running Antoine up and Radio 1. Let's keep it going.
Baby.
You know what I'm saying, my guys? I appreciate y'all.
Hey, Joe.
Much respect. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, like, share. This episode will be out probably Monday.
Oh yeah,
We trying to
come out early, baby.
We try to push our guy because I want to have it out while the movie's out.
Oh
Yes, sir.
yeah.
It gotta make sense. You know what I'm trying to say? So I want to have it out while the movie's out. So y'all tune in, subscribe, make sure we have at it. Atlanta, what up?
The fastest growing podcast up in the world right now, you know. Say word. OnlyFans, real estate, talking in fashion, let them know what's happening.